Hey, and welcome back to Survival Records. Last time we made our way down onto the red planet, Mars here, found ourselves a vein of platinum deep inside this mountainside, constructed a pretty cool frame to place some bombs into, and excavated this cavern that we have parked the Deanston inside of. So after that, I went ahead and built this this track just to be able to provide access to a base on the outside there. I'm not sure if I'm going to do solar panel or maybe maybe wind turbines. I'm not really sure, but. In addition to welding up this here platform, I'm working on getting a umbilical ready. I'm going to put another. Let me point with the crosshairs. Another connector on there, and then it's going to rotate down and rotate around and stick down, and it'll connect to that point. But I have to weld all these things up still, so batteries here just to give some power. And one of the first things I did was actually tunnel my way up through the wall, up through into the ceiling. And then you might recognize these shapes. These are a few more explosions that I made because I found where the platinum is. It's up there. And I started tunneling around the platinum vein just to try and identify where it actually is in relation to things. And I don't know, it's a little hard to see. Let me get up there quick. But there's that. So the
critical.
All of the points actually line up like that. See, so they're. And those are, some of them are fairly deep in. So as far as I can tell, this vein is like a thin line that just goes up and in and straight in. So I guess that leaves me with a few projects to work on. One is I can continue working on this umbilical and this small base here. Figure out a way to get some power generation, maybe solar cells outside, maybe it's a little cheeky, but you can actually put wind turbines inside of a tunnel like this, and they'll actually work. But then on top of that, I have to figure out how is it I want to collect that platinum. And one thought I had was we do have the turtle miner here, the ion thrustered mining vessel that we used to collect the gold on the moon. And obviously ion thrusters is not going to work here on the planet, but if I swap out the ion thrusters for atmospheric thrusters. 1 second. Oh, I just sneezed and it was really loud, so I muted myself. If I swap out these ion thrusters for atmospheric thrusters, the atmosphere in Mars is pretty thin. I'm not going to have a great time. Actually, I might be able to check the thinness of the atmosphere by going to a parachute. Atmospheric density is 93%. An atmospheric thruster is current max thrust, max optimal max thrust. That's alright. Well, maybe the atmospheric thrusters aren't as bad as I thought they would be, but the point is, hauling a heavy load back and forth isn't ideal. Ideally, I would want to just continually mine. Now, I could build a big frame with a big arm and have it mine into an inventory and then collect it in the inventory and then sort it out. Or something that's kind of appealing to me is if I build like a funnel into there and then just start mining away. Since it goes up and in, I might be able to mine it, immediately eject it, and then collect it with a collector. And then that way I don't have to ever worry about the thrusters supporting a heavy load. I can just keep mining. So anyway, I have a bunch of thoughts on the situation that I have to decide on, and I'll bring you guys back when I have you know, picked my first tactic, or well, I'll pick something, put a little work into it, and then show you what I did. All right, so I built the umbilical. Took a little bit of redesigning because my original design only had the one hinge. I needed to be able to drop it lower than 90 degrees, which made me realize that as I was building up those batteries, that all of the power is being supplied by batteries right now. I turned off the reactors, so I want to get some power generation, and you know, it's possibly a little cheeky, but I think I'm gonna have wind turbines in through here. So I'm gonna start by having them go up in little towers. One like that. And then one like that. I think that's probably the best idea. And then I can put one there. And one there. I think that'll work. I mean, I'm gonna obviously have to get rid of them on when I go to take it out. Oh, that's actually a bad idea. Then why do I want to do that? Maybe I'll rethink all this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rethink it all. Decide where I want to do. I'll bring you guys back. So I decided to be less cheeky about it. But I'm just gonna run a line of blocks just straight out that way and call it good. And I'm not going to have them sticking out too far. This seems an odd bug. Sometimes it doesn't let you place it. Oh, there we go. I don't understand why that isn't working. Maybe I have to hop out and hop back in quick. Okay, there we go. So, like I said, I'm not going to have them stick out too far, but I'm going to separate them by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then a 9, and there's that, and yeah, let's weld them up, see how well they do. I have the materials for 8 of them. Oh, that's right. The point to do anything with them is down there. So, it's spinning. That's always a good sign. And with them being close enough like this, even if I do get attacked and some of these blocks break, then the whole thing isn't going to be collapsing. It's not going to drop the whole thing. It's just going to have a section that I need to replace. So I'm going to get to this, and I'll bring you guys back when I have them all built, and let you guys know how it works. Alright, so in the windstorm, you can probably see them all spinning crazy. I got 8 of the wind turbines up there, which I suppose I can use a little bit of fuel. Means these batteries here are recharging. There we go. Fully recharged, 6 hours. You know what, let me see the wind turbine. How are they doing? Optimal clearance, 5 584 kilowatt hours. Yeah, that's good. Good enough. So, that being done, now it's on to the next project. I gotta figure out what I want to do about mining that stuff. I think I like the idea of doing that. The discharging miner where it drops the stuff out behind it. I think I'm gonna work on designing something like that. Yeah, that'll be what I do. Cool. I'll bring you guys back when I get to working on it. So I am working on this. It's really about as basic as you can get. Bunch of thrusters, bunch of you know, one drill, one seat, one ejector, and that'll be enough to have everything go. Now it's just a matter of actually getting it to. Why is it not working for me? What did I do? Getting it to work. So I will work on welding it all up, and I'll see how well it functions. See you in a bit. Well, I built a thing. I got the pipe going all the way up. The welder on that started welding up weird blocks up there. It didn't get the thing I wanted it to. But let me see if I can show it to you quick. It's basically just a big funnel, and it should catch most of the things that I line from right in there, right? So I'm gonna do a little mining with the vehicle there. The batteries are fully charged on it now. Show that off a little bit more. I still have to actually weld up the collector in there and see if I can do it with my jetpack in quick bursts, because the ship-mounted welder, the constructor, didn't work. But anyway, here's my my guy here. His batteries are full. I'm gonna get things situated, do a few little last-minute touches over there, and then I'll show you guys what it's like to try and do this welding, or drilling, not welding. All right, one of the batteries is off of recharge, and Z.
Fuel critical.
There we go. All right, let's get out of here. Let's set drill on hotbar. Let's get battery on auto. That's on already. Here on auto. Connector, I want throw out, and I want collect all. And let's see, I should be able to tip almost fully upright. I don't have downward thrust, so I can't tip backward, but that should be enough like that. Let's stop. I wanted to do something else. Refinery. I really need to name all these things like Deanston Refinery and such, but I wanted to turn that off just so I could see about the quality of the refining that I do. So let's see about this. Well, it's awfully dark. There. And then those are dropping down into there, and they're getting picked up. Yeah. And then all the stone is being ejected further down. So yeah, I'm going to do this for a little while. I've got 2 hours, an hour on my batteries, and that'll be good. And I want to see how much platinum I actually need to collect. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm looking at that and figuring it out. Alright, so I mined out not very far into the vein here, and I had about 40,000. But I need 400,000, so I need to go 10 times that depth up into the vein. Which, it'll take me a little while, but, you know, I'm having a little bit of fun here. The other thing to consider is it takes a very long time to process platinum. So, I mean, I honestly don't know if it's going to be worthwhile. 3 off. Why is my there off? Oh, I banged it. Great. Alright, I'm going to go fix it. Then I'm going to get back up here and do some more mining. And, I'll do that for a little while. Maybe I'll add some lights to the outside of the ship so I can fly in the third person. That'll be useful. Alright, I'll bring you guys back later. I did some math earlier, and it turns out, gee, now I'm thinking maybe I've already mentioned this. I need 400,000 kilograms. That's it, yeah, kilograms of the ore in order to make the 400 kilograms of platinum.
Critical.
So, yeah, let's see how much we've got. Oh, yeah, that's looking great. Okay, 377,000, and I already have 190 pieces, or kilograms. So, I don't need any more right now for the big project. But one thing that I am lacking in a lot of is, look at my iron reserves. They are awful low. So I think what I'm going to do is going to add some little cargo containers to the miner here and head out to one of those boulders and pick it up. So, yeah, I'll get to that and let you guys know how it goes. Uh, 31,000 iron plus another 14. I think that is a 1-to-1 ratio. Drops by 100, out goes about. Yeah, I think that's a 1-to-1. Izzy's inventory manager thinks I really need some silicon right now, so that's why it's focused on that. That was only one trip for silicon. It was like 3 or 4 or 5 trips for iron. Obviously, still have plenty of platinum, but again, Izzy's is going to refine all those first. I suppose I could tell it not to, but I gathered it because I'm working on something over here. It is a fighter ship. Not sure. I had this idea of, like, you know, those flying wings, right? Well, except in Space Engineers, you don't actually have to have aerodynamics. You just have to have thrusters. So, like, a wing that goes up to, like, up higher. Do I have? I don't have any blocks to show you. But yeah, like up to there, and then it slopes down, and you sit in the middle of it, and it'll have like landing gear sticking off the sides of it, so that you could fly up next to an enemy vehicle and then lock to the side of it. I think that'd be pretty cool. I'm thinking maybe I'll try and design it here, putz around a little bit more, but maybe I'll just go into creative mode and do it there. That's an option, I guess. Kind of like designing it on paper first before building it for real. Oh, jeez. Of course. So yeah, maybe I'll head over into creative mode and do that design real quick. Yeah. I'll see you over there. Well, here we are in that creative world again. The Deanstons parked inside that cliff face over there. But yeah, let's get to work on some bits here. What do I want on this? I'm gonna need a cockpit, some batteries, some thrusters, some gyroscopes. Oh, and landing gear. I wanted to do landing gear. So let's throw that on here as well. And then the different armor blocks make different shapes. So not sure where the best place to start with is. Oh, you know, I'm gonna need guns on it. That's a good thing. Block weapons. Let's go for some Gatling guns. Let's go for a Gatling turret as well. Never really played around with the rocket launchers. Guess you can reload them via the large ports on the side. So my thought was have it be a ship with the wing shape, like I said. So like batteries and thrusters are all going to be in the back here. It's going to be a pretty good sized ship. And on the sides of it are going to be the turrets. And I was thinking I'd mount them on the side like that, which actually just reminded me I have that large. Maybe it actually will work to have those rocket turrets. They're underneath these. I don't want it to get too wide. Let me putz around with it a little bit more, lay some things out, and I'll bring you back, at the next step. Intermediary stage here. I got the cockpit in the middle. I got the guns like I showed. And I did realize I could put the missile tubes in right there and have these turrets next to that, and it's pretty straightforward. You got one little medium cargo container just to carry some stuff, and then my thought here with the fin is like if I take most of the Gatling shots out farther away from the body, then I'll have a little bit more likelihood of surviving. So I'm gonna try and get this same curved shape up top, and then I'm going to work on connecting the armor in here. Something along those lines. So, yeah, I will bring it back when I'm ready to go. I do have one large reactor in there to power the whole thing when I'm ready to go. It does mean I have to use up some of that uranium I have, though. We'll see. But that'll be my next goal, is to go get a uranium mine. Proper one. Lots of production on it. See you in a bit. The Sunfish version 1.0, cause I'm sure it's gonna end up being remade, redesigned, etc. It seems to be okay, but you know what? I only designed it on paper, really. Let's go build it in survival and see how it works. Hey, so I'm back on the not creative. I'm back from the creative world, and I'm here in survival, and I'm putting this in because I'm going to repurpose this stone ejection. Still have a few of the stones down here. I'm going to repurpose this as a double-sided welding wall type scenario, I think. We'll see if it works. I will bring you back after I have it put together, and then we'll start projecting the new fighter, and we'll see how it goes. I thought that was a great idea to have a platform there, but I only have the one ramp up to it. Oh, man. Alright. See you in a bit. So, welcome back, and we've got a welding grid field thing. There's a lot to it here. There's the projector, and I didn't check, but it's actually pointing in the right direction. So let's projector blueprints, and ooh, what did I call that thing? Oh, that's right, I called it the Sunfish, and I gave it a fun paint job too, because it's kind of got a bit of a sunfishy look to it, which that may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing, I don't know. So let's give it some forward offset. Yep, and its guns are pointing forward. Vertical offset, we want to pick it up. Horizontal offset, we want to send it that way a little bit. And is that. Oh, okay. Probably one over that way so that those parts don't get stuck. And then we can see about starting to weld it up. What I need to do is be able to connect a line of blocks from there to the nose. So I need to go over 2 more and then up and in. And that's harder to do than I think. Let me see about figuring out how to get that to work. And there. And then, yeah. Start building that one. Alright. Let me clear out these so they don't accidentally weld up first. Oh. Oops. And then, this may not be a bad angle to watch what happens. Let's go here. Let's grab all these welders. Except that one. Shift and then Control, and that one's not on there anymore. Alright. On. Well, look at that. It's being put together. Cool. Alright. Oh no, I need another line of them back here. I didn't think to look. It might have also gone through my resources completely, and it's waiting for things to be built now. Alright, well, while... Funky lighting glitch. While that's waiting, I will... yeah, look, that's how it does it when the assembler in there is building stuff. I'll bring you back when it's finished being welded up. Cool. Alright, so I went ahead and added an extra row of welders on the top and the bottom, because I want to be able to print out more than one of these. And something I didn't take into consideration, the guns there require that their hitbox is bigger, so it's actually fitting inside there. So I'm going to have to pull out and then weld up each gun separately, I think. But in order to start doing that, I'm going to have to... let's turn off all these welders first. Alright, let's do all the welders. Let's make it a group. On the Mars base. I don't have a fun name yet. And they're off. Alright. You know what? I totally forgot that I don't have an antenna on this guy anywhere. Alright, well, Sunfish version 1.0 is due for some upgrades. Alright, that's that. Today on Survival Records, watch as Ryan fails to make simple jumps from one platform to another. There we go. Alright.
Ship fuel low.
Yep, I don't have any fuel in it, thank you. And I've only got 15 minutes of hover rate.
Fuel critical.
That's... You know what? I ought to have a connector on the back of it. I ought to put a connector on the base somewhere back here. Maybe like probably in one of the. Did I? No. Okay, it was just distance. Yeah, I'll put a connector in there. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, and I've got to go fill up on hydrogen and then fly up there and hopefully land properly. Alright, well, I'm going to get it fueled up, and I'm going to get the batteries charged, and I'm going to get everything going, and then we'll see how well she flies here on Mars. Alright, so I moved it over here, parked it, and I'm putting a projector and an antenna in there. And this is... I'm going to grab those on my planner. To my understanding, this is sort of like the way you work with... there. This is how you work with an ongoing blueprint. You work with creating that first one of yours, and then build it up. And once... let's finish building this first. course, radio components are super heavy. There we go. Alright, now. Notice I don't have the things there at all, right? So, projector 2, which is on this ship because you can tell that it's on this ship because it's white. Sunfish. And we'll go to blueprints and... Alright. Now, you can rotate it around how you need to, but I'm going to do it from here. Alright, so I got the blueprint aligned properly, and I'm turning on the welders here. So that the gun is made on that side. And, oh, of course, I'm locked to it. Great. 3, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's the panels on the back that I was re-welding. And then there's the gun. There's bits on the top. Any bits on the bottom I missed? Maybe not. Alright. So I have a little bit of... uranium in here. Let's see. There we go.
Fuel critical.
I'm on the wrong side. But I can do what I need to from here. So, we made some changes to it. Got the antenna added. It's got a battery group and whatnot. So now we want to do Shift B. No, Control B. It's Control B. And we've got a new one here, small grid thing. We'll rename it as the Sunfish 1.2. Or is this 1.1? It's probably 1.1. Alright. And then we now can change the projector in there to be projecting the Sunfish 1.1. But, you know, I think before I move on to taking this guy out for his first test flight, why don't I wrap up the episode and thank you all for joining me. I will see you next time on Survival Records.